This is my dreaded drive. Doesn't look so bad in the camera at the moment, but I'll show you downhill a bit. This is part 2. I'm doing this one on foot because it rained last night. It was forecast to rain, so I left the car up there. You can just see it. Boink. There. So I just got to walk up my drive in order to get to the car. It's a very pleasant walk, as long as you don't get your feet wet in the muddy bit at the bottom. So that's a ditch that was created by the fencers when he got his tractor stuck. Yes, the tractor got stuck. Hard to believe, but I believe it. Right. So this is concrete. So what I did, the theory is just fill up one trench. So there's a trench there that's got to be filled up sooner or later. This trench I did a couple of years ago. This was one load, and I switched over to that side because that side was deep at the time. And I filled that in, and this obviously stopped here. Now I've got a big hole there where the water's washed it away. And I did a bit there, and then I started again here. And this was one load of concrete. I think it was 3 cubes. I'm not sure. And then there's another blob there that we filled in, just the last bit of it. And that little bit there was done by Lance, who looked after the house when I went to Europe. More holes here. And this is a bit where I might get wet feet. I hope I don't, because that's yuck when you get wet feet. There is actually concrete under here, so it doesn't get stuck. It's not on that side, but on this side there is. So I've got to watch where I put my feet now, otherwise I'll get squelchy feet. So there's concrete under here on this side. This is the second load. So the second load started just over there. And so this is the second load, and it came all the way up here. I wish I'd have taken the time to do it a bit thicker because it's cracked in places. It wasn't quite 4 inches. You're supposed to have at least 4 inches of concrete on the drive. So this has been my method, for good or bad. Instead of keep putting stones on the road, like lime rock, which you can get the guys to put a divider in the back of their truck, and then they'll just trail out as they go along, dropping all the stones in the tracks, which is fab. But I can't find anyone who does that anymore, and I've stopped doing it because the stones all end up down the bottom of the hill when it rains. This happened here because I put it in too thin. I did this bit on my own, and the truck driver was getting a bit frustrated. I stopped here, switched over to this side, and this is the last of it. So that one truckload came from the bridge at the bottom all the way up here. But like I say, some of it's a bit too thin, and when the trucks and tractors came down here, they smashed all this bit up. It still works, but it's just smashed up a bit. So went in quite thick here. So it depends on how much you're asking for the driver to spill out and where it goes, because it's a real effort to move it once it's come out the truck. All right for somebody who's young and fit, but not me. And this is where I get stuck, which I said yesterday's video is where I get stuck here. There's a big ditch there, and because it's clay here and it's slippery as hell, and if I get stuck in there, I have been stuck in that ditch sometimes, but this is the bit where it gets stuck. I don't think I'd have been able to get out today. It's quite slippery at the moment. But anyway, now that's this bit, which I'm reluctant to spend any money on because this bit's for sale, and that bit is where the new drive's going to come from. There, all the way down there to the house. Here's the car. Oh, I don't believe it, I forgot my keys.